Thank you so much. This is truly an honor and really a joyous and exciting moment for me. I say that because sometimes people don't know from my facial expression whether I'm happy or sad, so I thought I should say that up front. When I found out that I won an Obie, when I read the email, I was ecstatic, and I immediately thought of a joke that I had with a castmate of mine decades ago, doing an off Broadway play at a space in Midtown that no longer exists, on like the sixth floor of an office building. I immediately was drawn to my castmate Mark, because within 24 hours of knowing each other, he had made a joke about how seriously he took himself as an actor, especially in college. I remember him talking about walking through the quad ponderously with a ponytail and tabby slippers, carrying the complete works under his arm. And I told him about the couple-month period in college where I carried an anthology of Pinter plays in my back pocket that I had maybe read one of, even though it was only 3 plays in the anthology. That's not the joke. I don't remember exactly how it started, but I think one of us came off stage a little sweatier than usual. It was probably Mark, and I checked in and said, "Are you okay? You seem wet." And he said, "I forgot my Obie stick." And I said, "Your what?" "My Obie stick deodorant." And from that moment on, you can imagine the amount of jokes that followed about all of the Obie products that we use, that we had presumably bought from the Obie store in hopes of one day achieving an Obie. We had Obie rehearsal jackets that came in black or very dark blue, with a special pocket for your Obie notebook where you could stop rehearsal to write down character discoveries, a shallow pocket on the outside for your sides so they would stick out on the train so people would know that you had an audition, Obie rehearsal cubes, Obie freestanding door frames, Obie rehearsal furniture. You could buy a whole bed, but it was still made out of hard black plastic. Anyway, this joke I think was so funny to us because the distance between where we were and where the Obies seemed to be was so vast. They were so out of reach. It was the pinnacle of art and risk and excellence and everything we strove for, even though we made fun of ourselves. And to have somehow magically closed that gap is really moving to me. And I know that I couldn't have done that without the support of my family and friends and collaborators. My dad still likes to talk about the 4-hour Winter's Tale he had to sit through in the late 90s on the Lower East Side, where I was in a rubber horse mask. And I especially want to thank my girlfriend, Danielle, who, while I was doing these amazing plays, was doing so much more than just taking care of our children, but also was taking care of our children. And the most surreal part of all of this is that the brilliant artists that I got to work with this year, the actors, writers, designers, directors, are all the kinds of artists who, in the hopes of being associated with, I would have carried around their work years ago in my back pocket. Thank you so much.